Hello, pile number one. What's up, y'all? Hopefully, everybody is having a great holiday. It's New Year's Eve, and I haven't done a reading in a while. Just the holidays have been pretty crazy. I run a vegan baking business, and obviously, during the holidays, I get pretty busy, so I knew I wasn't going to be able to do readings for a while, but it's New Year's Eve, and I kind of felt called to do a reading because the title, "What You're Leaving Behind in 2024," kind of came to mind. I don't know about y'all, but I've definitely been kind of going through some purging and having some time to reflect and be introspective and just, think about the life that I want to live and how I want to spend my day every day. So, I think a lot of times that involves leaving certain things behind in order to get to that place that we want to get to. So I'm going to start with some pre-shuffled oracle cards for you guys and what you're leaving behind in 2024. And then I've got some tarot to kind of further go into some things. And we might pull some other cards if I'm feeling led to do that. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'd like to ask my guides, spirit guides, angels, archangels, only those here for the highest good of all involved, my high self in conjunction with God. I'd like to ask you to oversee the reading and let only that which is of the highest good for all involved to come through. I'd like to connect to the high selves of anyone that is going to be watching in pile number one to get the messages that will best serve them right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. So your pile number one, you chose this blue stone. I don't know what this is. I love to collect stones, but I don't usually remember the names. I know some of the basic ones, but I don't know a lot of the names. Something that I aspire to get better at. So anyways, to start here, there's this Healing Bones Oracle cards from Midnight Oracle I got on Etsy. But anyways, the art on these is like pretty killer here. These body parts merged with the nature. So anyways, I love it. So this, y'all got blood. So it says family issues, flow of life, sacrifice, inheritance, guilt, sacred initiation, and strength. So for what we're going to leave behind, we're kind of geared more towards certain issues. Maybe I'm guessing maybe that this pile has had some family issues. Could possibly be you're having issues with your daily flow of life. It's not flowing as you would like to see it. You could have made sacrifices this year, and you're going to be stepping into more abundance, maybe, so leaving the sacrifice behind. Guilt. Guilt is a big thing that I think a lot of us are purging recently, so leaving guilt behind this year. And then ideally, taking on strength, having this sacred initiation, inheritance could take on all different forms. So I do want to pull some clarifying cards here for this blood card. So I did pre-shuffle these cards, so I'm going to give a couple more shuffles. So for pile number one, let's get some clarifying cards for this blood card here. So what specifically are we dealing with? And pile number 1 for what they are leaving behind 2024. All right, what are we leaving behind 2024? What are we leaving behind 2024? I got this cat deck because my neighbors, they have a bunch of cats. And I saw it and I thought they'd think it was funny. It's like my favorite deck now. Though I'm not a big cat person, I'm actually allergic to cats. Okie dokie. I gotta organize them. Y'all see this card fly out? That's a doozy. That King of Swords in reverse, like, came out with authority. That definitely looks like some family issues. Wasn't that second? Okay, I'm just gonna cover these ones up for now. So these are clarifying cards for this blood card. So this could be family issues in terms of, like, you know, parental or, you know, that kind of what is outer family. I don't know what it's called. Also, family issues could be home life. So okay, I'll look up this star card though. Okay, so definitely here, this one talking about the strength, you know, coming into strength. So this could be, you know, possibly leaving the some guilt behind. The star, you know, talks about hope, inspiration, positivity, faith, renewal, healing, rejuvenation. So for relationships, you know, optimistic in your love life, you know, like positively looking at the future, healing from past wounds. So, you know, we also have, you know, the waters here, healing waters, career. I'm not thinking that this is not a career reading. I'm thinking that has to do mostly with family and home, flow of life. You know, this could be sacrifice. This could be inheritance. With family issues. All right, it'll be interesting to look into the other cards here. Yeah, see, look, this star card I feel like goes with this card, this oracle card here pulled. Trust yourself. Let your intuition be the compass that leads you through murky waters. Look, again with the waters, healing waters, you know, murky waters, like, don't the what are those water flowers that they grow in the, you know, in the like slime in the water, you know what I mean? From like murky waters, you know, beautiful things can emerge here. So you're being called to trust yourself, use your intuition here doubly, especially with this star card, you know, with the hope, inspiration, positivity, the faith, the renewal, whatever this is, whether it's you know, guilt, which we could pull on that, or what does keep going? What does keep going here? It might come out here. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on from that. So it's looking like whatever the issue was here, you are moving on into, you have collected, either you have gotten a more positive outlook on this situation, or this is your confirmation. If you were, you know, asking like when is this, you know, going to end, I recently have you know, gotten the messages to kind of lean into those times when, you know, it's like either you're like super broke or you're just like totally bummed, you know, super lonely, or, you know, whatever it is that you know, everyone's, you know, going through at least one of these things at some point, rather than, you know, fight it and say, okay, when am I not going to be alone anymore? When am I going to have more money? You know, and, you know, complain and look at the lack, to just kind of like lean into it. And I've just started, you know, saying like, it's okay to be broke in my body. I love being broke. You know, let me have more brokenness. Is that a thing? I don't know. Whatever it is, just give me more of it. You know, not feeling well, rather than, oh, why do I feel like this? Which I definitely used to do that. But recently, you know, I just was like, okay, great. Give me more of this pain. Give me more pain. And I oddly had less pain after that. It was like just the act of not fighting it, just not trying to go against it, relieved some of that pain for me. So anyways, moving on to the King of Swords here. I turned right to it. Okay. And remember that was the card that flew out here. So this is definitely a thing here. Okay, so for the King of Swords reversed here, it says irrational, dictator, oppressive, inhumane, controlling, cold, ruthless, dishonest. The King of Swords reversed is all about integrity and the right use of power. This card is a reminder that authentic power comes from within. It is self-assured, confident, and logical in its approach. So in terms of love, meaning we got selfish, abusive lover, low standards for love. So it says it could also represent someone else in the asker's life who is misusing their power or showing off. Remember, we cannot control others' actions. We can only control our own reactions. So this King of Swords, I'm guessing, is part of the family issues, whether that's you in your life or somebody that you are dealing with in your family issues, that's causing this Ten of Cups here in reverse. And the Ten of Cups is like the happy family card. So in reverse, you know, it's obviously is not the happy family that we're looking for. Unhappy home, separation, domestic conflict, disharmony, isolation, which also, to point out in terms of the isolation here, this Four of Swords, the opposite way, this is, you know, kind of going into your hibernation mode or separation. So it could be separation from your partner. So this could be family issues with your partner. But so this did come out in reverse. So this is coming out of the separation. So so this could be possibly, you know, dealing with a combative partner, unhappy home situation, but you're gaining strength. You know, you've made the sacrifices and you're coming into this, you know, like you have this Star card, this hope. You're trusting yourself and letting your intuition guide you here, and coming out of this. So either, you know, out of the separation into a more ideal home scenario with your partner, or possibly on your own. So, you know, it depends on everyone's separate scenario here. So we have, moving on, we have Elephant Spirit, learned from the past. So I'm looking that up. So it says, although we often wish we could leave the past behind, Elephant Spirit reminds us that memory matters. We must respect the wisdom of the elders who hand down to us traditions they have shaped to express our connection to each other and respect for the community. What has come before informs what we are experiencing today, and we must never forget our legacy of strength and dignity. Elephant Spirit appears with the message that we are to acknowledge that which came before and learn from it. All of us are memory-based creatures, and we must revisit the past to understand where we are and where we are going. The stories of events you experienced, the stories in our collective memory, and the stories of relationships you have had can be told many ways. What story will you tell? Elephant Spirit is here to encourage you to make it one that stirs in you a sense of power and dignity, for you have honored yourself by choosing to learn from your past. Spirit rejoices at your willingness to learn and grow. Your protection message. Are you feeling uncomfortable with a tradition, custom, or familiar behavior that no longer fits who you are? Do you wish the past could be erased so it could no longer cause you a moment's pain? Elephant Spirit is here to encourage you to write a different story and alter the traditions in ways that acknowledge that we all evolve, for transformation is our nature. Elephant Spirit calls you to not be selective in your memory, because ignoring the good or the bad will prevent you from growing your wisdom and strength. Build on the best of the past, learn from the worst, and walk into the future with dignity, accompanied by Elephant Spirit, who remembers the truth and honors your strength and wisdom. That's so beautiful. So, definitely, this definitely seems like lessons learned from relationship. And I always say that relationships are our best teachers. Our best teachers. Relationships 100% are our best teachers. Okay, so let's go on to your this one, your star code oracle card, which is Capricorn Achieve. So it says Capricorn asks us to dive deep into the sea of collective consciousness to find a worthy dream and then work on it and walk it to the mountaintops. Capricorn, the cardinal earth sign, is ruled by Saturn. Its symbol is a mergoat, half sea creature, half mountain goat, and the sign is connected to our bones and knees, the equipment we use to climb stairs and achieve our goals. The sun shines. Okay, we don't care about that. Sorry, Capricorn, we love you. We don't. Okay, action. This situation needs a good and healthy structure, foundations upon which you can solidly build. Capricorn imbues ambition and drive, determination, willpower, and precision. When used with integrity, these qualities culminate in the gift of leadership. The mergoat reminds us to dive into spirit, into the dream world, get a vision for the good of all sentient beings, then do the work needed to manifest it. Find motivation, set a goal, and build with integrity. Mountain goats climb easily up and down, but aren't as comfortable in flat terrain. Capricorn energy can leave you depressed when you feel flat and see no progress. If you can't fish, mend the nets, look for what can be done now and make it a project. Make short-term plans that take you to medium-term goals and help you climb your mountain over time. Celebrate each step. Capricorn encourages you to practice skills and develop spiritual disciplines. Learn to control yourself, not others. Lead rather than dictate. Look for guidance from elders or experts and grow your personal authority. Develop confidence through your portfolio. Observe and savor not what you think you can or can't do, but what you've actually done. Your challenge. Keep an eye on the power dynamics. Without integrity, Capricorn ambition can enable gross manipulation. Control a tendency to become controlling or manipulative when feeling anxious. Do not fall in love with others' competence. Let it inspire your own. Gift. Wisdom grown over time and through mature experience is the gift of Capricorn, as is connection to the spiritual traditions and disciplines that offer a sound foundation for our evolution. Okay, so this could be talking about, making and setting goals like for your life, whatever this conflict was that you're leaving behind, and you're trusting your intuition, learning from your past. This is calling for you to set small goals, which can then roll into medium goals and into large goals. One thing that I usually do, and anybody that I know that has actually achieved a goal, is to, set the goal into wherever you want to be, a month, 2 months, whatever time, and then to work backwards from that. And a lot of people don't think about those steps that you need to take in order to get to the goal. So, proper planning, actually writing it down. Okay, if I want to get from here to there in this month's time, what needs to be done? Okay, if that needs to be done, how can I make that happen? And then just continue working your way backwards. Okay, I need to do this and this and this to make that happen. Okay, so how easy is it to do this, this, and this? And also make sure that you do one thing, at least one thing each day towards your goal. And that is the easiest way to get there. I'm telling you, I've built multiple businesses, and this is not coming from like, these are not big businesses, but things that I could live off of. I didn't have to have a job. I was at least able to support myself. So I at least call it, at least partially successful. And that's, one thing that you have to do is every day, even if it's send an email or do, some sort of like market research, you need to do one thing each day. And then there's no way that you won't reach your goal. The only way that you don't reach your goal is if you stop doing the things each day, right? Makes sense. So Capricorn is calling on you to get very technical when it comes to getting to these goals, being goal oriented. Okay, so we're gonna move on to this card here. Look at all the animals. So, oh look, this could be significant. We got the elephant here, and I also felt called to bring this little elephant in here. So you could be seeing rabbits, I'm probably not seeing butterflies anymore necessarily outside, depending on where you live, but butterflies, you got elephant spirit twice here. We got this goat for the Capricorn, and we also have this lion here in this picture. So this is from the Herbal Astrology deck. And so this says Rue Protection, as a really loud, noisy car goes by. So this is obviously, to me, this seems important, because as I had to stop and pause while that truck went by to reflect on this card, I can see up here these two angels that are up here, and this says protection here under this card. And we got the King of the Jungle here protecting. So this is obviously important part of the reading. So we have here psychic shield, auric protection, angelic wisdom, banisher of darkness, restoration of vitality. Interesting to point out here on here, sacred initiation on this blood card. Not 100% sure what that means, but it could have something to do here with this card. Possibly you're becoming more of a spiritual person that could have caused some kind of rift in a relationship. I know that definitely can, when one person starts to get more spiritual. You got here talking about your intuition. So maybe you're having some kind of new goals here for some spiritual things that are calling in this psychic shield and this protection for you. So it says root is known as the herb of grace, or the blessed herb in Spanish. Okay, I'm not reading all this stuff. Sorry, y'all. I always want to read the whole thing, and then I'm just like sitting here thinking, you guys don't have 1,000,001 years to listen to me read all this stuff. Okay, guidance. Rue is said to be the herb of the angels, granting us the ability to channel the angelic realms. It emanates golden energy like a lion, powerfully protecting and pouring in light into any space that it inhabits. Resilient like the wide array of solar herbs, it grows generously and abundantly, thriving in all kinds of terrain, demonstrating its strong life force and vitality. Rue has landed in your cards today to remind you to protect your aura from lurking and possessive spirits that might be consuming your energy. Don't allow parasitic negativity to darken your field, which can create perpetual states of self-criticism, self-doubt, or self-hatred. Call upon Ru's power to shield your body with angelic forces and restore radiance, vitality, and love in your atmosphere. So I'm definitely, as I was saying that, it sort of like brought up some, I guess, old stuff in me when I was leaving an abusive situation. And it really is a time when you have to listen to your intuition, and you know, it feels like a sacred initiation, because you know, you are either learning from that, or you are doomed to repeat the same mistake in a worse manner over and over until you learn from it. So that definitely is an initiation into you know, a more spiritual, like a higher aspect of yourself, when you can start to bring self-love into the equation, and you know, call on protection, and then kind of, you know, walk away from your, what was that, who was that in reverse? Somebody came up in reverse. Whatever that card was came up in reverse earlier. You guys know who I'm talking about. Him, you know, needing protection from that. So, you know, if you have walked away from a painful situation like that, I definitely commend you, and, you know, just say all we can do is learn from the past, and you know, hopefully help others not walk in our footsteps. Either way, anyways, let's see, I want to do some advice card for y'all, and then we'll be done. So we're using this Akashic Records Oracle deck here. We'll get an advice card, and then y'all will be leaving this BS behind in 2025. Your glow up period, where you are achieving and you are divinely protected, my beauties. Oh, all right, there y'all have it. Stand your ground. There is something you want to fight for, yet are choosing to hide instead. Create a boundary and speak up for what you believe in. All right, you heard it. Pile number one, I'm wishing you a beautiful 2025. What's up, pile number two? Y'all chose this purple stone. I know, I don't know what it is, but one day I'll get better at my stone knowledge. So, pile two, what's up? Hopefully y'all have had a wonderful holiday and are ready for 2025 and a new start here. So, I asked what you need to leave behind 2024, and pulled these cards here. Y'all got digestion, processing, absorbing, purify, elimination, complex, intricate, regeneration. So it could have been a year of You could have gone through a lot this year from looking at all the cards. You could have processed a lot, you know, purifying, eliminating. You could have had sickness that you were dealing with. You could have, you know, eliminating, could be eliminating people from your life that were not serving. You know, processing, you could be integrating, you know, maybe who you were and, you know, processing that, absorbing, you know, purifying, eliminating to get to the person that you are wanting to be. Let's get some clarifying cards. I want to do some tarot on the clarifying cards, but I'm going to first ask guides, spirit guides, angels, archangels, only those here for the highest good of all involved, my high self in conjunction with God. I'd like to ask that you deliver only the messages that are of the highest for all involved here, and let's connect to the high selves of anybody in this reading for pile number 2, so they can get the messages that they need to hear and help them in what they're releasing for 2024. To help them have walk into 2025 feeling empowered. And it's also whatever time you happen to find this reading, it does not have to be, you know, December 31st, 2024. It just happens to be right now. Whenever this message finds you, this pile 2 finds you, then that message is meant for you. So we're going to get some clarifying cards on this digestion to kind of figure out, hone in a little bit more on the message here for you, pile number 2. All right. Clarify this digestion card here for pile number 2. I like to kind of put them in the order that they come out. A lot of times it kind of will tell a story. Okay, anything else here? Any other clarifying cards here for pile number 2 here to help us? Okay, so I'm gonna look at the Hierophant in reversed here, because I'm definitely it's definitely coming up here. These fears. So fears coming up, seeing a wish fulfillment, but not seeing progress on it. So like no action, and like, you know, not being able to like harvest yet, not seeing the like fruits of your labors fulfilled. And then I want to clarify this, and then these two. The Hierophant in reverse. Okay, so that's right. Okay, so I know that the Hierophant is a spiritual card. So then, like, when it's reversed, it could be that you're having a rebellious spirit, or that you're dealing with unconventionality. You're nonconformist. You want to bring in new methods. You're feeling restricted and constrained from too many structures and rules. So this could be part of the regeneration, or here when it's talking about regeneration. Let me read the Three of Wands in reverse here. Yeah, more restrictions, limitations, lack of progress, obstacles, delays. The Eight of Wands in reverse also delays. The Seven of Pentacles, not seeing the fruits of your labors. Okay, so what's the Two of Pentacles in reverse? I'm sorry, y'all. This looks tough. This is a hard pile. I will say that. But I'm also gonna say though that pile number 1 was also a tough pile. So don't try to get rid of this pile. Go with pile number 1. I'm just kidding. Imbalance, unorganized, overwhelmed, messiness, chaos, overextending. You're juggling too many responsibilities and feeling overwhelmed, and you're not seeing any progress, probably because you're doing too many things. This is funny. I almost feel like this could be my own reading. I see it. I know it's there. I know that the wish fulfilled is like right there, but why? Okay. Anyways, okay, y'all. So this past year, could just definitely be essentially kind of, processing and dealing with this. A lot of times the universe, God, however you want to put it, brings the tension, stagnates things, turns the Eight of Wands, which is, forward movement. These wands are coming down, they're landing, puts it up. Then it's like, okay, no, nothing it's not coming in. It's not bearing fruit yet. These pumpkins are not orange, they're yellow. It's like, okay, I know that I'm putting the work in. I know that I'm growing something, but I'm not being able to eat it. I'm not being able to enjoy it right now. Having fears, the Nine of Swords. Look, Kitty's in bed, eyes covered, afraid of these shadows. The shadows are coming to get me. So your fears could be, causing you to put too many eggs in one basket and not be able, be juggling too many things. Two of Pentacles in reverse. So, that you could be being called to, which we're going to look at the rest of the cards but behind here, but to clarify that digestion. I think just really processing, I think one forgets how long it takes to purify oneself sometimes, and even if it's just purifying from the year, which a lot of times we're constantly purifying and cleansing from, even if it's ancestral healing, cleansing things that aren't even ours, breaking generational curses by doing things differently for your kids that were done for you, and so on up the chain. So you're wanting to break out of the tradition here. So we're going to keep going and see what is, if we got some advice and further flesh out what's going on here. Okay, so we got here fully immersed. Everything you want is all around you, just waiting for you to see it. Stay in the flow. Everything is all around you, just waiting for you to see it. You know, usually when we are anticipating an outcome, we have trouble, you know, staying in the present moment, you know, being fully immersed in the present moment, because we are, you know, quote unquote, waiting for a specific outcome. So then therefore we have a hard time, you know, sitting with the pain of, you know, not having something. So if you can stay in the flow while you are processing and absorbing and purifying, that will make the process easier. Accept it, you know. Give me more of the pain. Give me more purification. You know, asking for more rather than to take it away lessens its power on us. So we've got here Sandpiper spirit, be playful. Sandpiper spirit, be playful. That is, you know, one way to detox, I think. I don't know if it's been proven or not, but laughter, you know, purging, you know, I think that laughing and being playful, you know, staying in a lighthearted, you know, staying in the flow, be playful. And look here, it says the abundant universe will provide. And then both of these came out. I was only trying to pull one, except both of these wanted to come out. So this is telling to me, this is saying that you've had a rough year of, you know, this purification, but, you know, stay in the flow, keep a playful spirit, and know and feel, trust that the abundant universe will provide. You know, I got a kid crying outside too, so definitely the universe wants you to understand that the universe will provide for you. You know, I recently had to kind of slow down a little bit, and I was, you know, kind of like fretting about money and, oh, if I slow down, if I don't, you know, plan a menu and then do these deliveries, so on and so forth, you know, and thinking about money consistently here in the recent in the recent past. And I was getting messages, you know, these, you know, abundant messages here, like to just relax and, you know, to like when we actually surrender, we are provided for, but it takes the surrendering. And it was funny because I didn't know how I was going to make this money, and the ego came in, my logical side of my brain came in and said, well, if you're not, you know, putting a menu out for this weekend, then you're not going to make any money. Because I was, you know, I do a wholesale and I didn't drop off a wholesale order due to the holiday. So I'm like, so logically, you're not going to make any money. And I just said, well, I just really can't think about that right now. I'm being called to do less and not do more. I'm being called to do less and not do more. I'm being told to slow down. You know, I had multiple things going on in my life that were like keeping me, actually physically keeping me from baking, from working. And so I said, okay, well, when this happens, and that means that the universe is telling me it's not time to work right now. It's time to slow down, and it's time to breathe, and it's time to think about what you want rather than to just keep plowing through, you know, without intention, you know, to stop and get an intention and then work towards that intention. And not surprisingly, I get money coming in from a couple different places that I did not expect. But that was after I surrendered and said, you know what, I don't know how I'm going to get the money. Because then immediately you go, oh my gosh, don't just say you don't know how you're going to get the money. You didn't get the money. You have to do something to get the money. Like, that's what my ego is always in the background telling me, I need to be in control. I need to do something. And notice I start coughing after I say that. I need to be in control. And then I start choking. And the universe says, no, you're not in control. You do not know what the higher plan is. You need to be playful, go towards your joy each day, and know that the abundant universe will provide. And even if you don't know how you're going to get paid for the week, the universe knows, God knows. And if you say, okay, thank you, I'm going to go about my business and do the things that I like to do, a tarot reading that I'm, you know, obviously not getting paid for, but I really want to do this. And so that's what I'm doing. And again, I get money coming from an unexpected place, but I had to surrender to that. So I'm gonna move on here to this Mucuna journey, and this did come out in the reverse. Choosing comfort, lack of trust in the unknown, resistant to change, lack of spontaneity. So see, look, so then this is just coming into here to be playful, and the abundant universe will provide. So your lack of trust in the unknown. See, look, this is just confirmation in this. So this is saying, and here to even finish up with this tension card, the tension is coming because you're not staying in the flow. You're fighting the purification process. You need to be playful. Know that you're provided for. Bring in the trust. Drop the resistance to change, because look, in order to have this new life, you have to change, because if you're doing everything that you used to do before, then how can you expect to have a new life? You're going to have the same life that you always had if you're doing what you always did before. So you must accept change into your life and release the tension here. Wherever tension is in your life, whether that's in yourself, whether that's internal tension, whether that's tension in your household, whether that's tension in familial or friendships, tension at work, work on releasing tension. And I want to get any other advice from this Akashic Records Oracle deck here. So what advice for pile 2 do we have here besides being playful, releasing tension, trusting that the universe will provide? What other Parting words of wisdom. Can Spirit provide for pile 2 here? Authenticity. Be your divine self at all times. You weren't designed to fit in. Look, and that's coming when your clarifying cards came out and said that you were breaking status quo. You were not trying to fit in. So this is your confirmation. Break away from expectations and fully express yourself in your own unique way. Your own unique way, and you'll be a magnet for success. Pile 2, love y'all. Stay golden. Happy New Year. Hey, what's up? Pile number 3. Y'all picked this sweet green stone. I have no idea what it is. I'm still learning about the stones, but welcome regardless. All right. Hopefully everyone has enjoyed their holiday, getting some rest and relaxation, getting ready for the new year. Hopefully you were able to do some cleaning. I definitely did a lot of cleaning. I like to clean to get ready for the new year. So anyways, we're going to get into it. So we asked, what we're leaving behind in 2024. So I pulled from my inspiration these Healing Bones Oracle cards. They're beautiful. They're body parts, and they've got combined with nature here. So y'all got ankle, inflexibility, wrong steps, tread softly, unexpected twists, quick to change. So I'm going to pull or shuffle and then do some tarot to figure, or to get a little bit clearer on here. So inflexibility, wrong steps, unexpected twists. So you could have had some big changes happen this year, but here, let me go ahead and we're gonna clarify. Okay, so for pile number 3, let's clarify this ankle card. Let's clarify this ankle card here. All right, one more. I'm gonna clarify the ankle. Flexibility. I am seeing the Ace of Pentacles. Some sort of offer. Okay, so, all right, let's get some clarifying cards here. This ankle card. Pile number 1 got the star card for their clarifying. Okay. Oh, here comes the more inflexibility here. More pentacles. Okay. Oh, that came out. All right, anything. All right, so to clarify this ankle card, we have the star. Oh, they all came up upright. We got the star and the sun as our major arcana, so they're going to be a little bit more of an influence. And we got the 4 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, and Ace of Wands. So the star card is about hope, renewal, faith. Hope and guidance. So Okay. We got the Four of Pentacles, which is stability, security, savings, materialism, wealth, frugality, boundaries, guardedness. So this could be a relationship reading. Only reason why I'm saying, because we got the Ace of Cups. And we got the Ace of Wands. Love, new feelings, emotional awakening, creativity, spirituality, intuition, new romance, friendship. For your Ace of Wands, inspiration, creative spark, initiation, new passion, enthusiasm, energy. So this could be a new relationship. What are you leaving behind? Okay, so I think that what you're leaving behind is the inflexibility. The inflexibility and the inability to maybe roll with something new here. Because see, look, then to kind of clarify, we got wish granted. The outcome may not be exactly what you want, but it's what you need. Highest good. And then for your giraffe, you got see the big picture. So the hope, the renewal, the faith, you know, having faith, seeing, I'm gonna put this here, seeing the big picture. It may not be what you wanted, but it's what you need, the highest goods. We got the sun here. The sun. Happiness, success, optimism, vitality, joy, confidence, truth. The sun represents success, abundance, and radiance. Like the sun itself, it gives strength and vitality to all those who are lucky enough to feel its rays. There's much joy and happiness coming your way. Happiness in relationship, positivity is attractive and feeling radiant. And the Ace of Cups also is a lot of times a new love offer. So this could be a new relationship, maybe, or this could be a renewal of a current, because we do have this Yarrow Harmony card. Clarify is here. So maybe you had some tendencies, your, you know, inability to change and be inflexible. You know, you could have had some things pop off in order to help you roll with the punches some more. You know, a lot of times that will happen if we're being, you know, if we're trying to cling to things, then things start happening. Just when I try to cling to something, that's usually when it flies off. So, you know, I guess that's a lesson for us to not cling. Okay, so I guess y'all will know. I don't need to ask if it's about a relationship because I feel like you guys in the pile will know. What's in the bottom? The moon. So yeah, feelings. Maybe you weren't able to express feelings. Wrong steps here under the ankle, or, you know, under this ankle card. Not seeing the big picture. Sometimes we can be in our emotions a little bit too much and unable to see the big picture. So I do want to read on this clarify, on this solar calm card here. clarify. Oh, and I turned right to it. That means I was supposed to read it. When the sun is calm with few sunspots or solar flares, its steady energy is quiet and soothes any turbulence in our solar system. The volume is turned down on all the other aspects of your astrological chart. Telescopes see farther into space. People tend to search for the metaphysical. Plant growth slows down on Earth, but the arts and creative processes often blossom. Politics tend to be opinionated but quiet. Attitudes more entrenched. It's a hard time to start a revolution. So action. Just appreciate the deep, energizing quiet of this time. Work for steady progress and play the long game. Listen to your muse and support the arts. Take a creative approach and work toward positive change within the systems that are now in place with gentle, steady pressure. Find like minds and grow those deep connections. Listen to the quieter voices that are not usually heard, whether this is the whispering voice of your intuition or the subtle voice of the introverts and underrepresented. In romantic relationships, hold hands and look for places of quiet refuge together. Build relationships now that will help you to manifest needed changes when the tide turns and the sun activates. Challenge. It is not the time to push ahead or spark change. If you try to motivate practical change in your life or try a totally new approach, it can feel like trying to light a match in the fog. Be patient and the fog will clear in time. Gift. Meditation helps. Turn down the noise of the outer world and listen with clarity to the knowledge or to the knowing within. Let go of the details of the story and feel the call to spirit, to connection, and to the interconnectedness of all existence. In this quiet clarity, you can see far away to the distant stars and come to understand the overarching patterns. Okay, I want to read the harmony card, but it's looking like because this card is telling you not to act, but to, again, I guess, see the bigger picture. Maybe, now we did have the inflexible came up, but I also want to say that also for some of you that there could have been some wrong steps taken and the need to tread softly and to not act right now and to see the bigger picture. So I definitely think that the inflexibility was part of it, but a lot of times when we're being inflexible, we are not, we're not seeing the big picture here, and we don't realize that, we're being given something that we think that we didn't ask for that, but it's, actually what's best for us. So we want to avoid taking wrong steps and be open to the wish granted and to see the bigger picture and to not act on our inflexibility here. And let's read about this harmony card, and then I want to pull guidance from the Akashic Records Oracle cards, and then I'll wish y'all a happy New Year's Eve. So we got Yarrow Harmony. So it says imbalance, emotionally drained, lack of boundaries, overly sensitive, self-critical, nearing burnout. So it's ruled by Venus, and it's said to provide relief from patterns of disharmony and help cleanse one of unhealthy sorrow or trickling depression. Yarrow embodies harmony, a key concept of Venusian symbology. The balancing force represented by Libra, one of Venus's rulers, is an appropriate metaphor for how harmonizing Yarrow is as a medicine. Venus, as the archetypal manifestation of beauty and aesthetics, also represents self-love, unity, and empathy. So, due to, some of this inflexibility, possibly wrong steps, some unexpected changes, twists of fate here, could have thrown y'all into some disharmony and some depression. But again, realizing here may not be what you think you want, but it is what you need, and see the bigger picture and tell yourself it's okay to be depressed in my body. When we have depression, it's usually a sign that we're maybe not following our intuition. Like whenever I get depressed, it's because I've had multiple instances where I've had an idea to do something, whether it's for my business, some sort of impending doom that I'm, like, oh, you need to diversify, you need to get another wholesale account, you need to do this, you need to do that. And then I didn't do it. And then I would just randomly get depressed and it would force me to do something. And then I'd see, oh, look, I was getting ready to lose a wholesale account or this or that. And the depression was like my body's last ditch effort to come in to jolt me into action. So for your guidance, it says, if you're feeling emotionally drained or too sensitive for today's world, it's time to set solid boundaries to regain balance. Use your empathetic abilities as grounding cords to your psychic powers and divinatory skills. Allow your sensitivity to be a filter for what is allowed within your psychic field and what isn't. Like the magic of the white heron, move slowly with precision as you navigate emotional waters. Heron teaches us the power of self-reflection as a way to transcend judgmental projections and low self-worth. Draw clear boundaries and examine yourself from a detached perspective. Don't blame situations or others as a reason to remain stuck. Yarrow's white light teaches us the power of shielding while remaining gentle in the process of self-discovery. Allow your sensitivity to be the filter. See the big picture. Definitely, I think a lot of us are being called to lean back into our intuition right now. There's a lot of uncertainty. And, if we turn off outside noise, we can kind of tune in to what our high self, what God is, wanting for us at that current time, like the direction that we're supposed to go, in the surrendering of it, can take the pressure off of yourself. And just know that your high self, anything that your high self wants for you is going to be a million times better than what you want for yourself anyways, because your high self can see the whole picture. All right, so let's get some final guidance cards here for pile number 3. Stuck in lack. You have all the resources you need to carry you through, whether it's financial, emotional, or physical limitations that you think you have. It is only ego-based fears taking over. Rein them in and don't give up. Stuck in lack. Look, it's the same here. Get out of your head. Your ego is bearing down because ego is always scared of change. So you've got change coming here after a little bit of a rest and of a breathing, and then looking at the bigger picture here. And then seeing where you need to act from the bigger picture, but only after you've taken a step back and looked at the bigger picture. So this is calling for you to get out of your head and realize that you're no longer stuck in lack. All right, pile number 3. Happy New Year. I love y'all. Take care.